What is up guys, it's Stanley27 here, bringing you some Battlefield 3 today, and this commentary isn't actually going to be about the gameplay. I wanted to talk to you about some potentially old news, which is the crossbow that's being implemented into Battlefield 3 Aftermath DLC, which comes out in December for pretty much everyone, apart from I think it comes out late November for those premium players on the PS3. However, I didn't want to talk to you exclusively about the crossbow. I didn't want to talk to you about what it's going to be like. We all know that, unless you've been living under a rock for the last week or two. What I want to talk to you about is how the crossbow could potentially ruin the class system within Battlefield 3, which is quite a big deal if you're into the classes and if you're a Battlefield 3 fan. But just to make sure, if any of you have missed any information about the crossbow, I was quickly just going to run through it right now. So pretty much you unlock the crossbow by doing an assignment of, not really sure, they haven't announced that, obviously DLC isn't coming out, but to unlock the crossbow, as said, you complete an assignment and you get a standard bolt. There are 4 different bolts for the crossbow. You've got the standard one, which you unlock when unlocking the crossbow itself. You then can unlock a C4 or an explosive bolt, which is pretty much like having C4 or grenade attached to the end of your bolt, which is pretty cool. It doesn't quite do as much damage as either of those, but it does sound pretty cool. You've also got like a T-UGS or a motion or a scan bolt, motion sensor bolt, which is pretty much what it says. You shoot it and you get a scan of the area in a 10-meter radius, and it works like a T-UGS. You can see where players are coming from and what sides, and just get a feel of where everything is. And then you get a balance bolt, which is pretty much like a sniper rifle bolt for your crossbow, which pretty much does what it says on the tin. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. As I said, I wanted to talk to you about how the crossbow could potentially ruin the class system within Battlefield 3 and almost merge every single class together. And from what I'm seeing and what I'm kind of picking up on this, the assault class is going to be the go-to class. There's almost no need to use any of the other classes. Obviously that's a bit dramatic, there is going to be some use, but what I was going to get at is pretty much what I want to talk to you about now. So in case you're wondering, the crossbow itself isn't going to be used as a primary weapon. It's going to take up your gadget slot in your class. So you can still run around with any of the primary weapons that you can run around with now, which leads to pretty much you being able to play as any single class within another class. Seeing as long as you've unlocked all the bolts for the crossbow, you can be an engineer with the explosive bolts, you can be a recon with both the scan bolt and the sniper rifle bolt, and you can pretty much be just a normal medium range, close range engagement class with the standard bolt. And seeing as you can also combine that with some of the better weapons in the game, obviously the original primaries which are still in there, pretty much the best weapons in the game for just ultimate combat are from the assault class. You've got the M16, you've got the M416, you've got the AEK, you've got pretty much all you need. And if you can combine that with having explosive grenades, which you can use to take out vehicles. I was watching the premium video, which I'll link in the description. I can't put it on the channel because it's obviously exclusive for premium members. But looking at that video, you can disable a helicopter within one hit with one of these things. Yes, that's not the one hit destruction that you get with the engineer class, but you're pretty much sacrificing a few more shots with your explosive rounds to have a brilliant gun like the M16. If you come up against an M16 and the M4A1, yes, they're pretty similar. That's probably a bad choice from me, but if you see what I'm getting at, if you come across up with an AEK using that in close combat and you come across an engineer with a Scar H, you're going to destroy him, but yet you still have the capabilities of using some sort of a rocket launcher, which is pretty much the explosive bolt. It's exactly the same with the scan bolt, or the the balance bolt, sorry, the sniper type bolt. You can still play as the assault class and get those really close range engagements with the AEK with a ridiculous rate of fire, the F2000, and even those medium range engagements with the AUG or the AUG, however you want to pronounce it, or the M16. But you can then still go with the long range engagements of not having to worry about sitting back as a sniper trying to watch your flank, make sure no one sneaks up behind you, because obviously unless you're using the Raffica, you haven't really got an automatic pistol, or the Glock for that matter. You haven't really got an automatic weapon to be able to take on big groups of enemies. Whereas if you're using the assault class, as mentioned before, you've got the AEK, you've got all these really good guns that you can use against normal people, plus you've got the benefit of you see someone across the map and you think, oh, wish I had a sniper. Oh wait, I do, in the form of a crossbow. And that's one of the biggest problems that I think this crossbow is going to bring to the game. Not necessarily the fact that it's going to be a bad weapon or it's going to be overpowered, but I think it's just going to lose the whole class system and the class aspect of the game. It's pretty much going to ruin that for me. Obviously, there is point in using the other classes. As I said, the engineer class will have more, the RPG will do more damage against vehicles, and obviously the sniper class will do more damage, the snipers will do more damage than the sniper bolt. However, it does just seem to distract from the whole point that they're meant to be 4 separate classes, specifically for 4 different kind of purposes. There's no point in having like one gun, in this case the crossbow, that it can do all 4 of these things, and then you just use it on one class. What we're going to see in Aftermath is the assault class pretty much explode with being the singular class that most people use. And obviously it won't totally defeat the whole class system, because there won't be premium members who will have the crossbow, they won't have the... But majority of players at the moment I think are premium members, so a lot of players will have this crossbow, and a lot of players will just be running assault. And seeing as right now, at this moment in time, assault is the most popular class because of the great weapons, if you can double that assault up with having the power to take down vehicles as if you're an engineer, or take down people from long ranges as if you're a recon class, it's pretty much going to make the other classes obsolete, apart from the fact of obviously maybe the support giving your teammates ammo. But even then, that's going to almost fall back into being one of the backer end classes as it is at the moment. It's not the most popular. Obviously, each of their own. Some people absolutely love it. I personally don't, but it's going to get declined, and the assault class is going to be the #1 class that everyone goes to, and I'm worried that it's just going to ruin the whole class system of the game. I hope I'm wrong. I could be wrong, and I bloody well hope I'm wrong, because I don't want the class system to be totally taken out of Battlefield 3 because of one weapon. But having said all this, the crossbow does look cool, and it does look like a nice addition to the game. All these COD fanboys, oh, following COD, is just, who cares? It looks good. It is actually used in modern military shooters at the moment, or modern military actions around the world. It's a real type of equipment that they use, so it's not just being taken out of the mythical futuristic books. It is real, and it does look cool. But as I said, just want to really hope it doesn't reduce the class width, and make sure that everybody still uses the class that they want to use instead of just going for the assault, as I said. So I've probably got on for this probably long enough, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found this useful, and if you agree or disagree, tell me in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed.